He's a YouTube wizard. How does he do it? He's deaf, dumb, and blind, and man, I'm torturing this song. How do you think he does it? I don't know. I don't even know the words. Yes, he doesn't know crap. Why did you pick this song? 'Cause you stupid. One thing I do know is that deaf, dumb, and blind kid sure plays a mean pinball. Boom, 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 boom. Hi, guys. Here's a video called Illegal Detainment and Search. Tyrant Alert. Strong language. That means I can use strong language. And by strong, I think they mean bitch fuck hunkan. Or bitch fuck hunkan. Or Pishi pa manganas goddamn. Alright, here we go. So this is a video by GTAG-UPOS. That's easy to remember, right? If you don't want to hear me talking, type this into YouTube search bar right this second. Type GTAG-UPOS into a search bar. Do not type give me the link in my comments. You understand me? Until I get a executive producer who might live in Germany, then we'll talk. Anyway, so here's a description. Taking some photos around South Lake, and I was hemmed up by Corporal Douchebag B. Hernandez. I was interested in this location due to the fire being pumped out of a pipe, tube, or whatever you want to call it. I call it a cylinder, bro, okay? How about a cylinder? How about fire was being pumped out of a cylinder? All right, man. Far out, bro. I was approached sorry about the snort there, a little morning goo. I was approached and informed the officer I was only taking pictures, and the report stating that I have been behind the gates of location was false information. Corporal Hernandez decided to escalate the situation regardless of his admission that no crime has been committed. I was illegally detained, searched, and subject to physical harm. The officer showed zero remorse for his actions and stated that Terry v. Ohio granted him permission to search my belongings. After being detained for over 18 minutes, the supervisor arrives. G Music and attempts to de-escalate the situation. Alright, listen. I don't know if there's a spoiler in there. So this might be a long video. I might do some fast forwarding. But the whole point of this video is that cops are literally trained. Because it can't be a coincidence that every single cop across the country believes that when they request an ID, that you must provide it under threat of force, aka violence. So almost every law, and in Florida it's 901.151, states that you must first be in some type of violation that must be articulated. Reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. Not just reasonable suspicion, which basically amounts to a hunch or just suspicion. It has to be reasonable, and you have to be able to articulate, and it has to be suspicion of a crime. Stop leaving that part off. You're looking dumb on camera. So it's either all these cops are ignorant of the law and what requires people to ID, and it's not just them asking for ID, or they're literally trained to try to get people to surrender their Fourth Amendment by showing their slave card ID. They're probably trained to escalate until the person gives up their slave card. Because it can't be a coincidence that all these videos. I said this was going to be long. I haven't even started it. So here we go.
Call that you were taking pictures around this area and that you had gone through the fence, through the gate. Well, we got a call from the security company there. What's going on? What's your name and badge number? It's Corporal Blas Hernandez with South Lake Police Department. So what's going on?
I'm out taking pictures.
Huh?
I'm out here taking pictures.
Taking pictures. I've never been through their gate.
Okay, like I said, I'm only working off the information that we got, okay?
Well, that's false information.
We'll get all the information first. That way you can have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. Investigate the crime. Right now, what he's trying to do is get this guy to incriminate himself for something he's not doing, for a crime he's not committing.
That's what you're saying, okay?
Okay.
So right now, what I have is called reasonable suspicion. Do you understand this?
What's your reasonable suspicion?
No, he doesn't. What he has right now is a call, which is nothing. Now it's time to do some police work, buddy. Investigate what's happening. Pull up to the scene. The guy's taking pictures. So far, nothing unlawful is happening. Thus, if you knew the law, and most police don't know the law, the ID law, thus you cannot demand ID or detain somebody if they're not doing anything unlawful.
This is jet fuel.
Okay.
That the airport uses for their airplanes.
Cops planning.
It's highly flammable natural gas
Right.
facility. Now I have a subject here with a DSLR.
A subject. No, we're not your subject, bro. Actually, you're our subject. We pay you. You're the subject.
Camera.
Okay.
Taking pictures.
Yeah.
You have an assault camera.
Of highly flammable
What's the
areas.
crime?
It's not a crime. It's called
All right.
Okay, so now he's there's no crime, right? He's about to contradict himself. It's not a crime. It's called reasonable suspicion. Yeah, reasonable suspicion of a crime. Stop leaving that part off. How is it that every cop just says reasonable suspicion when it's actually reasonable suspicion of a crime?
It's called reasonable suspicion.
So, reasonable suspicion of what crime?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
So figure that out first. Go do police work. You're not going to get me to hem myself up. Only idiots do that.
Have
You
you seen a
understand
crime
what reasonable
committed?
suspicion is?
Oh my God. Can you get your supervisor here?
I am a supervisor.
Who's your
Let's
supervisor?
start
Shame. He's a supervisor. What a shame.
with your license, okay?
No. Tell me what crime I've committed.
I did not mention that you co-started a crime, okay?
Okay. Tell me what crime.
Second time he said no crime. That means no ID. No crime, no ID.
I committed.
We're not going to play this game, okay?
Get off.
You're the one playing games. You're the one attempting and escalating. You're the one attempting to get this guy to surrender his Fourth Amendment when he does not have to, according to the law. You're the one playing games. Everything they accuse you of is what they're doing. Isn't that the funny part?
Super suit and go get your supervisor.
Is this what you rehearsed? Did not mention that you co-started a crime, okay?
Okay. Tell me what crime I committed.
We're not going to play this game, okay?
Get off your super suit and go get your supervisor.
Is this what you rehearsed?
Get off your super suit and go get your supervisor. Super suit.
Go get your supervisor.
Okay, he's on his way.
All right.
Okay,
I'm
I'm not
remaining
waiting
silent.
here, okay?
You don't have to wait here.
So what we're trying to...
I'm not waiting here. Okay? You don't have to wait. He didn't know what to say there.
figure out now is what you're doing and how far you were going into their terminals of a highly secure facility with jet fuel. That's called...
Cops plane.
Am I being detained?
Yes, sir, you are.
For what crime?
Now he starts his unlawful detainment. Again, in order to be lawfully detained, you have to have committed, are committing, or about to commit a crime. I said it right that time.
That's not how that works.
What crime?
That is how the law works. Again, this guy now he's starting to misquote the law. It's like his training is completely backwards. Why is every cop's training completely backwards and they don't know the law? How's that possible? The thing with the ID is the government really wants to nail us down, to force us to have an ID. If people were smart, they wouldn't want an ID, period. No driver's licenses. The only reason they would need an ID is for super important stuff like big business transactions, home buying, not for traveling around the roads.
Reasonable suspicion to detain you, okay? So let's
What crime?
Let's start with your license.
Again, Another lie. He does not have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. You need reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime in order to detain someone, seize a person, seize up their movement, their freedom. This is what cops don't understand. And this guy doesn't stop. He just escalates and escalates and escalates.
What crime? Why do you need my ID?
Reasonable suspicion is not a crime.
All right,
okay?
let me go ahead and go over this then. I need your supervisor.
He's on his way.
Where is he at?
He's on his way.
How long?
So go ahead and put the water bottle down for
No.
me, okay? This is not going to end
This is
well.
illegal detainment.
Now it's time to threaten him. Now he's going to threaten. Now he just threatened him with violence. This isn't going to end well. I'm going to have to use violence against you now because you're not surrendering your Fourth Amendment right when you're not legally obligated to.
It's not an illegal detainment.
It is.
I have what is called
Yes, it is.
What crime have I committed?
Reasonable suspicion is nothing. It has to be reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. Dummy.
I've already detailed you.
What crime?
It's not a crime.
So no crime, but you're detaining me.
Reasonable suspicion
No crime but a detainment equals unlawful detainment.
does not mean a crime.
So do you know 3802?
We're not going through this right now.
So do you know 3802?
We're not going to talk about the law right now. I'm just going to make up laws as I go along and swear that I know what I'm talking about and even use violence to back up my fake lies and nonsense and poor training.
I know what you're trying to do, and we're not going through
To
this.
ask for my ID, you need to have a crime. Suspicion of a crime. Read 3802, sir.
What did you just say? Reasonable suspicion, right?
Yeah.
Suspicion of a crime is what he said. Don't try to cop-splain him with your stupid smirk.
What
do
have
I
you
have?
seen me
What
do?
have I detailed
What have
for
you
you?
seen me do as a crime?
Okay. So go ahead and turn around.
Don't touch me. Call your
Turn around.
supervisor. Call your supervisor.
Turn around. You're not.
I do not.
I know.
I do not agree to any searches. I do not agree to.
Now, this guy is actually using physical violence against this law-abiding citizen. For no crime, can't articulate a crime, no suspicion of a crime. Nothing. Cop has nothing, now he's escalating into violence.
Any searches?
Drop it.
Let me
Drop
close my
it.
water bottle. Let me close
Drop
my water
it.
bottle.
Just drop it. I gave you a chance.
You gonna let me spill my water?
Drop
You gonna pay for it?
I gave you a chance to obey my unlawful orders.
Drop it.
What's your badge number?
I gave you your chance.
What's your badge
We
number?
already went through this.
So I'm being detained for what?
Okay.
For what?
I've already detailed the reasonable suspicion. Okay. This is a highly
Of what crime? You still haven't said reasonable suspicion of what crime.
secure facility.
And where am I at? Am I on their facility?
We have information.
So you just have information. So you have hearsay, right?
An employee of the natural gas and the jet fuel facility that says that you were seen on their property. You're not under arrest.
You're bending my wrist there.
You are not under arrest.
I'm not under arrest, but I'm.
You're not under arrest. I'm just putting you in handcuffs. That is an arrest, dude. You've impeded his freedom. The second you said he was detained, he's basically under your custodial arrest.
Handcuffs? I'm not turning with you. I haven't moved
You're
in.
not under arrest.
I'm not resisting at all. I don't agree to any searches or seizures.
Dispatch 219. Show 1 detained for now and 210 if you'll go ahead and start this.
I've been arrested.
So, sir,
I don't agree. Hey, get out of my pockets. Don't get in my pockets.
I had told you that I have reason.
You don't have any reason to go in my pockets or my.
Again, he's using his hunch and false information to violate this guy's rights. Now he's violating his Fourth Amendment right even further, going through his pockets.
Property.
It's called a Terry stop.
Yeah, you don't get to go in my pockets.
Do you
So I've been arrested.
Now he's misquoting Terry v. Ohio.
All right.
Terry v. Ohio.
You understand Turner versus Driver?
So you were not under arrest.
But I'm in handcuffs. Why am I in handcuffs?
I'm 10-4. No need for code. I just need 210.
I need a supervisor here.
We are right at 76 and Mustang.
What's your badge number?
I've already told you my badge number.
No, what is it? Repeat it.
I've already told you my badge number.
Will you identify yourself, sir? These cuffs are pretty tight.
I've already detailed the reasonable suspicion. That is all I need to do.
And what crime have I done? What reasonable suspicion? That I've been walking around with a camera?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. What crime?
Yeah, basically, you're walking around doing something lawful. Basically, you're in handcuffs right now because you're walking around doing a lawful activity. Basically, hello? Duh. Let me rewind that. The cop says, yeah, basically, you're in handcuffs because you're walking around with a camera.
That's it.
Okay. So the reasonable suspicion, that is all I need to do.
And what crime have I done? What reasonable suspicion? That I've been walking around with a camera?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah? What crime is that?
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
No.
What crime?
It doesn't matter where. You can take pictures a lot of places.
Okay, so when we go ahead and meet in front of a judge, you're going to agree that it doesn't matter, right?
No.
No, you're going to agree that it doesn't matter. As long as you have reasonable suspicion, you can put me in handcuffs and go ahead and detain me illegally, right? For no crime.
I know what you're trying to do, so I'm just going to stop.
You're going to stop? What?
Yeah, we're going to go hang out in the back of my car.
I don't want to go in the back of the car. That's kidnapping, bro.
That's exactly what it is. Since the guy's committed no crime, the cops admitted he's committed no crime. Now the cop's vagina's puckering and he's clamming up because he says, when I put you in front of the judge, you're going to say it doesn't matter? All of a sudden, he's scared to talk on the record. But he keeps escalating.
You can't take off my backpack, dog. What are you doing? Yeah. How are you going to take it off? How are you going to take it off? I'm handcuffed, dude.
Okay. I'm seeing if there's any straps. So.
No. So, all right. I'm being forcefully taken to the police car. I'm being kidnapped.
He is literally being kidnapped right now. He has not committed any crimes, and the cop admitted it over and over again. The cop's acting like he's under arrest. He's telling him, though, that he's not under arrest. He's put him in handcuffs. Now he's putting him in the back of the car because he's brought up the reality that when he starts getting cross-examined in court, now the cop wants to clam up and escalate even more violence by kidnapping the guy and putting him in the back of his car.
So you made me spill my water. Then you sit down. Oh, yeah, great. You're real nice. Detaining me for no crime.
Sit down for that, right?
I don't want to sit down. I'm not a dog.
So why are you...
Another move cops do, they make you sit on the curb like a dog. They don't, again, all you people say, oh, why you treat police this way? They're humans too. They're humans don't strap on guns, violate laws, and make other men sit on a curb. That's not human behavior. That's animalistic behavior.
So what's going on?
Water's in my, or wind's in my eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your name?
I'm not gonna give that.
Okay.
How long till your supervisor gets here?
I have no idea.
No idea? So you're just gonna hold me here?
Yes, sir.
What time is it?
13:52.
13:52? When did you detain me?
Huh?
When did you detain me?
Not quite sure.
When did you detain me?
Not quite sure. Probably a minute or two ago.
A minute or two ago? Okay.
So do we understand what reasonable suspicion is?
No, you don't. You don't understand what reasonable suspicion is. Reasonable suspicion of a crime. Dude, again, we need a superhero to just fly into the frame and just backhand or haymaker smack this cop with the law and like make the law a piece of paper with the law on it stick to his face. Oh, God, this is so frustrating.
Because you haven't been able to answer that question. Did you answer that in your YouTube videos?
You haven't provided any reason to detain me, man.
I did. I detailed to you. We have highly flammable, secure, obviously.
I've cop-splained to you that you have broken no law, but I'm still putting you in handcuffs under threat of violence.
Very secure facility. Provide jet fuel. We have a subject walking around, taking pictures, not wanting to identify themselves.
So
all
no
I
crime.
need to detain you, I've never said. Did I ever say you were arrested?
So no crime.
Did I ever
That's
say
all. That's all I need, Mr. Hernandez. B. Hernandez.
Never said you committed a crime.
Okay, that's all I need.
But I don't need the crime to detain you until legally.
I don't need a crime to detain you. Yes, you do. Reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
Identify you.
So I'm in handcuffs in detainment. You detain anybody? Okay.
That's
all
a
right.
detainment.
No problem.
I have to satisfy that you have not committed a crime.
Okay.
And so when I have a subject taking pictures at a jet fuel facility, and I have a reportee that's an employee of the facility,
Do they show you any proof? Do they show you any proof that I was back there?
Who advises, and I believe them because, because they made the call. It seems like the first person to make the call has the moral high ground for some reason. It's like whoever calls first is the person who's the victim. Look who's the victim now. It's the cameraman.
That's what I'm done talking to you. I'll wait till your supervisor gets here.
We're on their property. I know, but I'm doing it for all your internet friends.
You just sound stupid right now.
I'm doing it all for your internet friends.
I don't have any internet friends, bro.
So, What that means
That
is that I
means
have
you're
reason
fucking
suspicion.
tired, dog.
Okay? I have reasonable suspicion.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
So that's where we're at. And that's all
What's
I
your
need to say.
department?
I already told you.
What's your department?
Rewind your video when you get it, okay?
It's not recording. What's your department? That's your department?
Who's the one that looks stupid, man? It's right there on the police car.
Oh, man. You're just a freaking jackass, man.
Who looks stupid? The guy who doesn't know the law, who's now kidnapped a man and impeded his freedom. That's who looks stupid. You.
You come over here, illegally detain people, and then just go ahead and
You want
talk
to say
shit.
illegally detained, it's not illegal detainment.
All right.
I've already detailed to you.
When your supervisor gets here, we'll find out if I'll go ahead and be set free or not. It's up to you, man.
So,
You ain't further violate my rights.
okay. So I'll move it for me, please.
Well, I'm gonna be entertained.
I've already detailed this when you're the one that requested the...
I'm no threat, dude. My hands are behind my back. I can't do anything. So don't worry about what I'm doing.
Hey, sir, this is Corporal Blosh Manville. I don't play police department. So, I just need to touch base. What exactly did you see?
Now after he's impeded his freedom and unlawfully detained him, now he's calling to do his police work. Talk about putting the cart before the horse.
So now he wants to do an investigation of what he saw.
You can just hang out.
Now he wants to do an investigation.
To come in. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly is going on. Past the gate.
He doesn't even know if I passed the gates. Really ridiculous, but I'm in handcuffs. What an idiot. I'm in handcuffs, never passed the gate. That's ridiculous, dog.
How close was it getting to the properties?
If somebody has a really old, decent GoPro that they don't want and they'd like to donate to me, because it seems like you have to have a damn chest camera if you're going to deal with people like this.
So new star all the way over the all the way over the that new star. Okay. Next time. I have another one over there. That's where I was before. So that was the confusion. So you said he walked down that way too, was taking pictures.
Now he does his investigation.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's the information that he had already provided dispatch.
All right, well, I need to see proof that I was behind their gate.
No, he did. He actually clarified you weren't actually behind the gate, but you were coming.
So I was detained for what?
So now that I've done my 30 seconds of police work, I guess you were not behind the gate. But the thing is, he's not going to admit, he's not going to apologize. He's going to keep escalating and insisting that he is allowed to kidnap this guy on the side of the road for lawful activity, which he admitted to.
It's still lawful.
All right, where's your supervisor?
He's on his way.
All right, why are these handcuffs still on me?
Because you're still being detained, because you're being uncooperative.
You're ridiculous, dog.
Yes, sir.
Never behind their gate. He just admitted it.
No, it wasn't a fight. It's just one of
I
the...
think he just said you're still being detained because you're uncooperative. Now, that's another one they love to use, uncooperative, which is not a misdemeanor or a felony or any law at all. Another thing they made up in Copsplain and violate your rights because of. That's what got me really going strong is this when Pasco County sheriffs retaliated against me for standing on my ID rights. They couldn't deal with it. They stalked my wife. They gave me retaliation tickets, and I fought them in court and exposed them in court, and they admitted it in court. But guess who still was found guilty by the corrupt judge? Just take it to court, man. Court's a magical place with unicorns who wear robes.
Those internet
Google
search
guys.
Now he's just
Mocking himself. Shit.
Internet Google search guys. Yeah, that's where laws are printed. Not printed. That's where you can find the laws. You type in ID law and you go from there, fella. You type in what gives me the right to detain under the Fourth Amendment and reasonable articulable suspicion. Awkward silence. Of a crime.
He was taking all the pictures of pictures of all these gas facilities, these fuel facilities. He's got his DSLR camera.
Doesn't he know who I am?
And so of course, what am I being detained and what am I being detained for? And he doesn't understand. He's not smart enough to understand.
Let him know I'm in handcuffs and he hasn't articulated a crime that I...
He's not smart enough to know reasonable... You're not smart enough to know that it has to be of a crime. What a moron you are.
...have committed.
And I've already articulated reasonable suspicion.
What crime?
He's not articulated reasonable suspicion of a crime. It's the crime you have to articulate, dummy. Not your stupid suspicion. Suspicion is nothing. Has to be suspicion of a crime. Reasonable. Unlike you. It's not reasonable to kidnap a guy who's engaged in lawful activity. Oh my goodness.
So
this looks like it's going to be a two-parter.
Man, you need to read up 3802, bro.
No. Oh, you can hear me.
Fucking idiot corporal.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, I got all that. It's the can identify. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I need your supervisor out here.
One of the drivers here. He saw him walking all around 26.
So now he knows that he wasn't through the gate. Now he knows for sure no crime was committed. But he still keeps going and he still keeps escalating.
He's walked along every all the two gas facilities getting even. No, he's just the driver coming to the fuel.
I need his name.
Cool, thank you, sir. Alright, so where's your identification, sir?
I'm not giving my ID, man.
Okay.
You can talk, I need a lawyer.
So now he knows there's no crime. His ego is so hurt now that he still can't give this guy his freedom back that he stole from him unlawfully. Now he's going to keep escalating the issue, and it looks like you're going to have to wait for part 2 for that. I'm going to stop it right here. Because the cop keeps escalating from here. So I'm going to stop it right here. Thanks for watching part 1 of this video. Please like, subscribe. Go to GTAGUPOS and subscribe to his channel and click the bell and thumbs up like I'm about to. See that? And then watch part 2 probably tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow. That would make chronological sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would also make sequential sense. Anyway. Alright. Subscribe to me. Alright. I'm distracted. I want to keep watching this. Alright. Alright. Say alright again. Alright ain't no country I ever heard of. Say alright again. Say alright again. How you liking my Sam Jackson? Impromptu Sam Jackson. Sam. Alright. Come back for part 2.